down until they reach the bottom. Sometimes missing words. And make a big area filled with water to land in. Oh, sorry. My back hurts today. Even though I'm actually quite young. Let's see. Ghost TNT. I'm not actually sure what this thing does. Well, all I know is it disappears. I'm guessing it's supposed to be good against entities. Like it hit an explosion against the mobs. Good for booby traps. To keep away those pesky zombies. Okay, time for the multiplying TNT. Use 4 bone meal and 4 gold. With a TNT times 4 in the 5 in the middle. You also have cubic TNT that is a regular cobblestone on the times 5 TNT. And we also have the erupting TNT that takes the compact TNT plus a fire charge. Now if we get down here, the multiply TNT kind of works like the compact TNT. It spawns multiple versions of it and explodes. After the first one explodes, and it splits off and explodes the other one. Cubic TNT makes a cube squared explosion. Now time for the deadly erupting TNT. It literally shoots TNT. It shoots normal TNT up into the sky and slowly destroys itself. See? Next we have chemical TNT. We use TNT 100, water, redstone, and gunpowder. Floating TNT takes a feather and 20 TNT. And we also have freeze TNT, that's water, snowball, and TNT times 20. Just use these TNTs all over the place. This will freeze all the water around it, turning it to ice. This will freeze all the water around, also turning other blocks into ice. Freezing day and day. Freezes everything solid. And now that we have a big room of ice, how are we gonna get rid of it all? I just don't know what you're being told. Now we got floating TNT. It's simply like a TNT times 5. But the cool thing about this is that the TNT actually falls up. Good for griefing bases. They're in the sky. Can't really see any good effect because it floated away. But it's still a massive explosion. The explosion with those two is more of a 100 times TNT combined, so yeah. Made a crime created from 2 floating TNTs. Now we got chemical TNT. Crazy radiation. Beware! This is crazy fast explosion. And sends little TNTs all around it. It's slightly cubish. Hole in the whale. Yeah, I like to make big holes. Especially if all the TNT that launches is compressed. And we'll just put these back in. And time for the last chest. Well, the second to last chest. Timer TNT. Oh, third to last chest? I don't know. Yeah, third to last chest. This is simple. You power it, and it's a timed TNT. It gives you time to run away. And I quick jump.
Okay. Yeah, I made a small TNT explosion. What do you do? Next TNT. Oh, here it is. Fire blend in the rest. Yeah. The action TNT is massive. It makes giant craters. As soon as it gets to the bottom where it needs, it just makes explosions all over the place, detonating the place. It jumps a little, and then makes a massive explosion. Almost big as the previous. Yeah, pretty gnarly explosion. Right on the white side, but now let's split this into two parts as well. Its main feed gets too long. Okay, next we have animal TNT. Using one real TNT, normal TNT, and one meat of every kind. Does have sand firework TNT that is simply 7 sand. You can use any type. A firework star and a TNT times 5. We also have gravity TNT that we can use with a mob TNT. That is just energy TNT with an apple. We're going to the slightly lighter crevice. It makes a small explosion and spawns one of every mob in the game. Well, base mob. Well, vanilla. Okay, the gravity TNT, it brings all the nearby entities compresses them all into one until they start damaging each other and hopefully die. And we also got the sand firework TNT. When it detonates, it rains sand everywhere. Yay. Not much use, but it's good for pranking your friends. Get my X back. Get my redstone. I just scattered sand all over the place. No, I've fallen! Because my stupid fly is very...
Now that's some of the big explosions.
I got floating island TNT that is simply 2 multiplying TNT and a floating TNT. We've got meteor shower TNT that's erupting TNT and 4 compact TNTs. We got TNT fireworks that is 7 compact TNTs, 1 TNT done 5 and a fireworks star, and spiral TNT that is erupting TNT and floating TNT. We also have some weird TNTs in here. We have groove TNT, you just need 3 sapling, 2 bone meal, and 3 dirt some type. Inverse TNT that takes 4 multiply TNT and TNT times 100.
And Easter egg TNT
That uses 2 pumpkin seeds, 2 melon seeds, 4 bone meal, and 2 TNT times 20. Also, here's a little bit of a universal recipe. If you use any of the previous TNTs and just put it singly in a crafting table, you can get 4 dynamite.
4 of the specific dynamite. Like, if it's floating TNT, you get floating TNT dynamite.
There only has one. Each stick is only 1/4
of the effect, but they're throwable.
I'll get back to the custom TNT. Now let's go down. Massive crevasse. The groove TNT. It plants dirt and trees. That's why I thought it very effective. It just basically gives you a little bit of land. Inverted TNT is a little bit more destructive in a kind of way.
Inverted TNT
Basically, takes
whatever did it explode,
copy it, take it,
and place it upside down.
so it's a bit of a scattering one. So basically, if you hit this on flat land, it takes a bit
Of land
and like this area
and spreads it out
upside down. Doesn't work very well in caves. There's a lot of bats in here. Yeah. It takes a large portion of the area and flips it. So it's basically flipping the game a little bit. Okay. Now we have Easter egg TNT. This one's a bit of a weird one, actually. It spawns a bunch of pumpkins and melons and more Easter egg TNT, making even more melons and pumpkins. It's basically a way to destroy an area and to duplicate
A bunch of pumpkins and watermelons.
Okay, now we have the Flying Island TNT. What this does, it takes the ground, kind of like the inverted one. It destroys what was there. And replaces it up above. So it basically takes whatever it detonated and brings it up to the surface. Well, a little bit higher. Also, TNTs, or dynamite sticks, whatever type you use. Basically, I'm just using normal dynamite, normal TNT. It's basically a throwable TNT. It's 1/4 the damage, but you can throw it. Now let's get into the super packers. We have to go down deep into this one. This is gonna be a doozy. Let me step me automatic. Basically, the spiral one makes a tornado of TNT, and the meteor one strikes a whole a meteor shower TNT makes those little meteor blocks you've seen in the other meteor block TNT, but a lot more of them destroy upon the land. Let me get myself. Where is it? I know there's a wand type. What? My god. Ah, here. No. Sponge. Yeah, sponge. I'm gonna use a sponge on a stick from Open Block. I'll view that monitor later today. Now I guess we just fly up if I can actually get a. If my flying would actually work. I don't think it worked, especially with the stupid water always in the way. Seriously, why is there so much water on the ground? not actually that much water underground. It's like tiny rivers underground. There's no such thing as giant ponds underground.
So yeah, it caused a massive tornado of TNT, the spiral TNT, and the meteor TNT rained down those meteor blocks. From above. Throw these TNTs away. So yeah, it does mass destruction. And the thing is, the meteor TNT doesn't just affect where it lands. The meteor TNT actually detonates outside. That means the meteors have to fall inward. This is great for bombing large areas. And the radiuses are pretty massive. And they're still going off. Let's just stand here and get some of the chunks unloaded. Loaded. But yeah, it's massively created the place. Maybe destroying a bit of Mount Sycamore or Lycamore. Oh my god, it came so close to destroying the pathway, but it did destroy the entranceway. Also, I have a few NPCs around, just standing around here. They've got no use, but I usually just typed in players' names of characters, and they simply came up. So I plan to use them, these player names, eventually, but I don't know where to use them or what mod I should use them for. I know it's the Steven Universe mod, but those models are way too ugly looking. So we got Steven Universe and a League of Legends cat woman thing. So if you have any idea what mod I could use these NPCs for, sorry, I'm just rebuilding my bridge. That's not part of the mod. So yeah, you can still see the massive destruction of that TNT, and that's not just the most powerful. Yes, there's even more powerful TNT than that. So you need to activate the lever.
And for this, we're going on a specified mission outside our range. But these TNT, well, mostly out of our range. These TNT are devastating. Glitch. Also, let's bring upon the other TNT that we can do there. So I forgot to run another room over there. Maybe. Never mind. The chest was incinerated. Ah, stupid lines. Stupid lines. I'm gonna fix my runway a little bit. Well, let's see. Okay, vehicle. Well, the ramp out is simple. I need to pass this hole up for. Still lagging. That was a massive detonation. Let's get a ride and get out here. So basically, since that thing was destructed, custom TNT is basically like a lucky block for TNT. It basically spawns in any of the TNT from the mod.